Oh yeah. And just like that, I'm fucking back. Back, man. Rock Nation try to take a nigga out. We still here. Rock Nation try to take a nigga out, man. We still here, child. We still here. Still here. Holy. Holy. Let me see them Scorpions, man. Rock Nation trying to take a nigga out, man. Y'all hold me down, man. Rock Nation trying to take a nigga out, dog. Wasn't trying to get me to come on stream today. Holy. Holy. Holy, we gonna break, nigga, we gonna break this shit down like a kilo of coke. Y'all stay tuned today. Y'all fucking stay tuned today. Holy. All right, people, we back in. No, y'all realize I ain't even been doing music recently. Fuck music. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh. Let me see. Okay, here we go. All right, we back on this. All right, y'all in here? Y'all fuck an intro. After this week, we going back to the intro because you know I got to get sauce. I got to get sauce. But we back on this shit. We ain't got time for this shit. This is too crazy. Okay? We jumping in right now, real quick. We jumping in right now. This what happened in the early morning.
All right, y'all, come on, because it's lunch, and bitch, I'm not even about to eat, so I can tell y'all this bullshit.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Hey, queen.
Come on. Because this was really a fool. You see that double chin coming in? This was really a fool. My face is greasy. I don't know why it looks so
They got me drinking coffee now.
Thank you. All right. I've got some people from the courtroom with me, so they can give you their opinions as well. Now, today, you're probably going to...
If y'all see anybody walking in the background, my cleaning crew here.
But I want to put some context around that. When I say this morning was a fucking fool, bitch, it was a fucking fool. A fucking fool. So let's break it down so I could tell you why in the fuck they saying that they was about to throw a bitch in the river. They said, "Million man, is it not looking good?" We'll get into it. Who it don't look good for? It still looks good for Tory. I don't know why the fuck y'all can't understand that if anybody deviates from what Megan claimed, that's the problem. What are we here to prove? That he shot her. People get so emotional and want to get tied in. Oop. What are the facts? The facts are Megan said he did this way.
What's the facts?
That is not what we're finding out. And that is at the core of the situation. So I'm going to need you to remain focused. And I'm going to need you to understand what's going on. This is a court of law. This is not Clue. This is not you watching ID channel. This is not forensic file. Bitch, we're in court. Yeah. And they have to prove things.
Yo,
so,
YouTube, I'm coming in the chat over there. I'm about to fuck with y'all.
Day 7 is 10
I see y'all Twitch.
They had to replace a juror. There was talk about the juror who got to go to the doctor Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm guessing, not sure, that they went ahead and replaced them now so that this wouldn't even be a problem. So they bring in a white woman, okay? A stipulation is something in court that is a fact. So when somebody presents a stipulation, if the other party agrees, then you have to admit that as a fact, okay? Hold on.
All right. We don't get to it.
The stipulation brought up today was the fact that the 9mm weapon was unregistered. Okay?
Ooh.
And then the people are arrested unless they can find, Justin or anybody else. And we move on to the defense. So George, who is Tory's lawyer, they called forward Sean Kelly.
The gun was unregistered. Who was the last registered owner? Or, if the serial number filed off, you could track kind of where it came from. Like, where's the manufacturer? Was it at FFL? Like, how the fuck did they get this gun? Is this a ghost gun? But it wouldn't be a ghost gun because it's got a serial number. Who would be buying a illegal blicky?
Sean Kelly is not American. Do I think that's important? I do, because I think that changes the way that he views us as people in this country and the way he's going to view situations and violence and everything, because shit is different culturally.
Is Sean Kelly black?
You cannot hear me? Y'all can hear me? Please hurry up. Rich, because I need to at least get a piece of chicken or something. I opened the balcony windows to ask them to leave. That's what he said. Now,
So the neutral eyewitness took the stand this morning, and basically he did his first part of her testimony. That's what she's recapping.
I can pull this up later for you guys because this address was listed in all the write-ups and
Take
all
a
of
shot
that
for
shit
y'all.
and show you where those windows are. But he had an amazing vantage point, is what I would say, based on the location of the windows. He said that his son, who sleeps on the same floor as him, was awoken as well. And they're on the same floor, basically. So they show him a photo of his home, and they said, what do you see? He said, I see my driveway, the car, the house, and I see my balcony. And he pointed to his bedroom, and then he pointed to the two windows facing the street and like where the sun was and all of that, what the son's room was. And he said, then in the balcony right there that I came out on. And so I noted that was a great view, in my opinion. They said, could you tell us if you saw a vehicle when you awoken? And he said, yeah. And they said, could you indicate what a vehicle was? He said, yes. So they show him a photo, and he literally draws a square that would represent the car. And the way that I can describe it to you is that the car was headed west, so going this way, and it was up on the curb. You know how you kind of pull up on the curb so you're not in the street? You got to remember, these are narrow streets and stuff. So he described the car as being up on the curb pretty much. Okay.
Real quick, I got to shout out to my gifters. I ain't going to lie to you. Rasco C, man. With like 10 gifted subs, man. Salute to you. Everybody spam with the big W for Rasco C and Wani Tugboat with, god damn it, with like about 10 of them bitches too. Big W to Wani Tugboat as well. And Playful Anxiety, our chat queen who's in the building. Yo, I'm glad she pointed out she's a female. She not one of them city girls who only trying to get money from niggas. She's spreading the love to y'all niggas. And I think I see even G-Nack gifting us up. Salute to G-Nack, yo. G-Nack, one of the OG G niggas used to watch the stream. Anyway, we back to the bullshit, man. Stop playing.
They said, when you heard the noises and the arguing, then what happened? He said, I looked through the windows, and there were two girls. He said, I saw two girls arguing. And he said they were standing next to the...
But if you're wondering the mix, it's Dunkin' Donuts coffee. This is going to keep me up because liquor really kind of make me tired. That's why I get off stream early sometimes. I'm never drunk. I just get off stream. I'm tired. So I got another coffee upstairs. So I'm here. I'm trying to give y'all 6 hours. Straight up. 6 hours.
Car. On the right side of the car. So this would be the passenger side of the car. And that the doors were open. If we pause right here, is that what Megan or Kelsey said happened?
If you wonder why I gargle alcohol, when you first start drinking, you got to get the bitch ass inside of you. Gargle that bitch. Treat it like it's fucking Listerine. You know what I mean? Take a nice little gulp of that junk. You feel me? Hit the chest real good. You back in the game, baby, okay? This is how the heavyweights do it. This is how Meg drank 6 liquor bottles and still was fighting and still was doing all that fuck shit at the end of the night. You feel me? You trying to get drunk off 3 shots? Follow Big Act, okay? Maybe you should have followed Meg. I don't know.
And that is where your fucking problem lies. Megan said that boy, as soon as she got out the car, Kelsey said when she got out the car, no sooner than she got out the car, she heard gunshots. They both fucking lied. Because at the end of the day, this independent witness who is from the UK says that, listen, I heard arguing. I go, look out the window. Can y'all leave? And I, kind of look a little bit more. And they fighting. So when did that happen? Miss Bump. I bumped a bitch. Okay? And so when you heard the noise, then what happened? So I looked through the windows, and it was 2 girls. I saw them arguing, standing next to the car on the right side of the car. The doors were open. He said, I opened my doors, and I stepped onto the balcony, and they started fighting. Yes. Pulling hair.
Hitting each other. Quite violent.
Quite violent is what he said. He said, I only saw 2 girls, and then I saw a tall guy get out of the driver's side.
One big, one small.
Yeah, she said he was in all black, and he was black, okay? Mm-hmm. And he was a larger gentleman. So if we pause right there, pulling hair and hitting and shit. So all of this conversation about Tory whooping her ass and pulling on her neck, and that's why your chain broke, and that's why you got these scars, and that's why you got a patch in your head and your nails broke. They trying to put that on Tory. But this witness saw you and Megan fighting, okay? Kelsey is 4'11", Megan is 5'10".
Spam the big W for high FPS 5 gifted. Thank you, brother.
For a while, he said.
And he said they'll find for a while. Malagograms@gmail.com if you want to do Zelle. So he said my son came out, and I talked to my son. He said the next thing I saw was the driver intervene. And they were all fighting for a while. He said, I told my son, get in my bed. He said they kept fighting. He said they separated, and that Megan got into, he's describing Megan, so I'm going to say their names as per who I think he was talking about. He said she got into the passenger side of the car, and they were still fighting. They said she just kept kicking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I imagine her just kicking Kelsey. He said all I was seeing was her legs kicking her. And they said, for how long? He said, I don't know, several minutes. He said, I was still on the balcony. He said, and nothing was in my way. Like I could see them. He said, I could see them from the top. I wasn't looking directly at them out of eye, but I could see them, basically. They said, did one female leave? He said, no.
Okay, I got to slow this down. So apparently Meg Thee Stallion is giving Kelsey a bunch of roundhouse kicks, RKOs, like, no, sweet chin music, all that type of shit, right? That bitch in the middle of the street looking like Liu Kang, straight kicks. Holy.
He said, I saw one girl go to the car, and then I saw what I thought was fireworks. But now I know that it was a muzzle flash. So that's what he said. He saw a muzzle flash. They said at the same time, at the same time, he said Tory got out and was yelling. He said he got out and as they yelled, and then all four of them was right there. And he kept saying this was happening so fast. It was happening so fast. So he said he got out of the passenger side of the car. It's the side he said Tory got up. He said, then I saw flashes. I saw gunfire. He said that he had spoken to police about 3 times, and the first time was that day. He said it was a lot of cops that he spoke to, and he spoke to a sergeant, the DA, and the investigator, and then a prosecutor's investigator. They said, you saw the muzzle flash? He said, yes. And then they said, where? He said, I saw the muzzle flash closer to the girls. They said, is that the same lady that you saw fighting the one who the flash went off by? Yeah. They said, and she was just kicking. He said, I heard the gun go off, and they were still fighting. He said, eventually, the girl, and this is what they said, he said, the girl that got beat up crawled and went across the street. So if everybody that think that Kelsey got beat the fuck up, baby, that is not what the man from London said. He said that baby girl, big ass, she didn't got beat the fuck up. So
ain't no way Meg was winning the fight then got beat up. Meg, yo, come on, bro. I'm gonna draw some conclusions, but listen, we gotta read between the lines here. Clearly she got pistol whipped or something, but clearly if you win in the fight and you end up losing the fight, maybe Kelsey hit her with that Mr. Get him off me, yo. Pulled out the blicky, give her 2 to the dome. Bitch, get the fuck out of here, man. And then shot at her feet.
They said, did you hear dance, bitch? He said, no, he did not hear that. They said, you were interviewed about who had the gun. And you were asked, how many people had it. He said 2 people had the gun. That's what he said. He said, who had it initially? He said the girl. I only saw flashes from the girl, but they was all fighting.
Who was fighting with the other girl.
Okay. And then, and I'm going to put the camera on this young lady right here so she can tell y'all, when I get through, she can give y'all her perspective. After the flash, they said Tory was shouting, and everybody was fighting. They was just making a lot of noise. They said, did you see the gentleman run?
Yo, Frank, listen, man. Today I'm showing mad love to the YouTube chat. I know I got Twitch chat over there, but I'm showing mad love to the YouTube chat, but y'all can't be saying dumb shit. Frank from YouTube, bruh, saying, Meg, I'm not saying she got pissed off. This is a theory, but you said Meg would have said it in court. Bro, Meg didn't say nothing in court. Meg said she never even got in a fight in court. Meg only said, literally, she just got shot by Tory. She never said she got in a fight. She never said none of these other things. She never seen nothing other than Tory right before he shot her. So Meg is obviously selectively giving information
to her. And he said, nah, he ain't run. He got out the car. And so, that he kind of walked over there. He wasn't running anything like that. So there was a couple of objections, and they felt like the defense was leading him. So he had to rephrase his questions. They said, did you say that the person who the muzzle flash went off by was the one with the gun? And they showed him his statement, and he said, yes, that's what I said. They said, who did you describe the shooter to be when you spoke with everybody? He said, one of the girls. They said, did you see the shorter guy do anything with the girl who was shot? And then, did you get an answer to that question? Because they moved on. Because it was a whole bunch. When I tell you the prosecution was like, objection.
They end up asking him, did you see the shorter guy try to take the gun away after the female?
Then I do have it right.
He said yes.
Perfect. So when they said, did you see him do anything with the girl who got shot? There was an objection. And so he rephrased the question. He said, didn't you say that the shorter guy tried to take the gun from the girl? He said, yes. They said, then the flashes came from him. Mm-hmm. So I want to remind you guys of how it sounded when they played those gunshots. It went like this. Pop, 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 pause, pop, pop. from day one when we heard that shit, I said, you know what, that sounds like a struggle. And now it's starting to align with the fact that somebody fired that weapon and there was something, a pause, and it went off 2 more times. Okay? That is my speculation, obviously. They said then the flashes came from him. He said they were all fighting, so I assumed that it was him who fired the gun. So they read the statement. And he said, sir, did you say that after the female did the shooting that the guy tried to take the gun? This man said, it's my turn to talk. Okay? And he said, child, let me tell her. He didn't got aggravated, child. And so they said, look, who started the shooting? He said, the girl. Plain as day, the girl. They said, did you realize that it wasn't a firearm? Is that what you have? Did you realize that it wasn't a firearm?
No, I know. He said I was thinking and hoped that they were playing with fireworks.
Right. And then did you realize that it was a firearm? He said, yes. He said, do you agree that you called 911? He said, yeah. He said, did you say that there was a gun in a 911 call? He said, I don't know. He said, after talking to everyone, did you say that Kelsey shot every time? And what that means is every time you spoke to anybody, were you telling them that Kelsey is the one who shot? Yes, was the answer to his question. Yes, that's what I said. He said, I saw her and then everyone was fighting and the men were breaking up the fight. He said the bigger guy violently separated them. Yeah. They said, didn't you say that the short guy didn't get out until after the initial shots? He said, yeah. So did you see the shorter guy with the gun? He said, yeah, well, I didn't see a gun. He said, I did not see a gun. So they said after shots were fired, he got out and he was fighting both of the girls. That's what he said. They said on the date of the incident, did you go downstairs when the police came? He said, yeah. He said, I spoke to the police about 15 to 20 minutes after the incident and they kept asking him, were you being truthful? He said, yeah. He said, you said the 2 women were fighting and the man separated them, right? He said, yes. So they go to the bench to talk. They come back. They said, when you spoke to officers, you were being honest, right? He said, yeah. And he said, I saw the girls fighting and I saw the girl with a gun. Let me stop right here and just say, he contradicted himself a lot. Because how did you see the girl with the gun if you didn't see a gun? You understand what I'm saying? So it was like, child, did you see a gun or did you not see a gun? But he is adamant about the fact that the girl was fighting and that the girl had the gun first and that Tory was in the car when the gun started going off. That's what he said. They said, did you talk to Detective Stogner? He said, yeah. They said, did you describe the incident? He said, yeah. They said, did you tell Stogner who was fighting? Objection. He said, I remember speaking to the DA, the sergeant, the officer, and they said, were you being honest when you spoke with them? He said, yeah. They said, who was initially in the fight? They say the girls, and then the driver got out first, and then Tory got out after the shots. And they said, and you told my guy that same thing, right? He said, yeah. They said, who was fighting? The girls. And then they said, who did you initially see with the gun? Who initially had the gun? You saw the girl with the gun, right? He said yes. They said, and then Tory got out after the initial gunshots were fired to break it up. He said yes. They said in the driveway, the 3 of them were beating the girl. Listen to this. They say when Megan crawled over to the adjacent driveway, he said the 3 of them, that would be Kelsey, Quan, and Tory. He is accusing them of beating Megan to the point where he thought that they would kill her. He said that Megan was in the fetal position and that the bigger guy said the police coming. He said they picked the...
By the way, at least, even though Tory called this witness, it shows that he's a little bit being neutral because he's not just sucking Tory's dick. Like, he's not just saying, oh, yeah, Tory just did nothing. He's like, nah, I see Tory beating that bitch up. I ain't see Tory shoot that bitch, but I see Tory beating that hoe up type shit. You know what I mean? So, like, again... Because we live in this woke world, people want one person to be all the way guilty and one person to be just an angel, right? We now know at the end of the day, Meg was injured somehow, but she also been lying like a motherfucker, right? Tory probably didn't fire maybe all the shots or any shots, but was he physical with them chicks? Whether you want to say he was breaking up the fight or he was doing some other shit, probably. Again, there's no, like, we live in this like cancer culture, so like you got to be all the way innocent. Like the truth is usually nobody's all the way like innocent and didn't do anything. They're all drunk. Everybody's screaming at each other. Everybody's getting into it a little bit. And again, we're only here to figure out if Tory shot Meg. You get what I mean? So I actually believe this nigga more than most people because, bro, you're going to look one side if you're saying Tory did nothing. You're going to look the other side if you're like nobody else did nothing but Tory. It's going to be a mix. Here we go.
girl up, and I thought that they was gonna throw her in the motherfucking water. He said if they would have thrown her in the water, it was 12 to 15 feet deep. And he said, I thought that that's what they was about to do. I thought that they would kill her, but then they put her in the car and drove off.
Hold on. While this is happening, I'm going to try to pull up another screen, okay? I'm going to try to do some real CSI Miami shit here. Sorry, I'm going to go back to where she was at. But I'm going to try to figure out on this screen, I'm going to pull up like a map of where it went down. I got the police report, so let me figure that out. I'm going to keep playing it, though. Because I didn't know water was right next to it.
A lot. They were all shouting. They said, didn't you tell us, quote, the chap in the car was firing the gun? He said, yes. He said, but they were all fighting. He said, I saw the short guy shoot all over everywhere, about 4 to 5 shots. And then they played the audio. Now, this is where my problem comes in at. You said that you didn't see a gun. And you said that Kelsey initially, fired the gun. There were only 5 shots fired. So what the hell have you heard? And what the hell is going on?
I have a theory for all that, by the way, chat.
I gotta go.
So,
hey, ma'am, I really like that song, Wet Ass Pussy. It's really great.
you like what? What song you like?
Wet Ass Pussy.
Who I look like to you?
Megan Thee Stallion.
You think I sing that song?
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. God. Well, hey, I'm usually thinking about Frank Sinatra.
Okay, I know that's right, but that's okay. She's a beautiful girl.
Hey, geez, I
All right.
did.
Okay. No, I don't sing that song.
Really?
Yeah, wop, wop, wop. This some wet ass pussy. Yeah. No, that ain't me. I'm coming up with a mixtape, though.
All right. Well, hey, I'll look for it then.
I'm not Mr. Elevator.
I'm embarrassed. I'm sorry.
No. People mistake people for other people all the time. It's fine, sir. And I like Frank Sinatra, too.
Yeah, well, you got something, man.
Okay.
You gotta do something, but hey.
Okay. I'm not that's fine. You have a good day.
Up.
Thank you, man.
Mm-hmm. When I tell you cannot make this shit up. Are you kidding me? I didn't even catch what he said at first. All I heard was pussy.
Yeah, he said, I like that song. You like your song, the Wet Ass Pussy. I'm like, what? All that.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, woo. So, when the small guy got out of the car, they all fought. And he got out and he was shouting a lot. And they was all shouting. He said, didn't you say that the chap in the car was firing a gun? He said, yeah. But they was all fighting. And he said, I saw the short guy shooting all over the place with his hands up, just shooting all over the place, about 4 or 5 shots. Once again, let's be logical. Babe, if only 5 shots were fired. So how the fuck was Tory still in the car when Kelsey started firing, but he shot 4 or 5 shots? Be logical. And this is why this witness, I just feel like, babe, you're not making sense to me. I mean, what the fuck happened?
This is the map of where it happened. I'm going to put it on screen.
Well, because the man doesn't have a point of reference, they had to describe him as the short guy. They had to describe Kelsey as one of the young ladies that was shorter, and then the other guy as the tall guy. Okay? That's what.
So, again, this is like where it happened. I'm wondering, they said the witness is saying he thought he was going to throw her in the river. Do I have the right spot? I think I got the right spot. Somebody says the Addy, like, nigga, everybody knows the Addy of where it happened. You know what I mean? This is exactly where the shit happened, nigga. Unless I have it wrong. No, this is West Hollywood. I do have it wrong. I gave the wrong address. My bad. Take this off the screen. This is West Hollywood.
What they had to do because he don't have no point of reference, and they didn't even want defense referencing him as my client. So they made that very clear. He said, I saw the short guy shoot all over everyone. So they played the audio of the gunshots. The gunshots went as followed. Pop, 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 pause, pop, pop. All right. I saw the short guy shoot. Okay, I already read that. They said, you saw the short guy, and this is what you heard after they played the audio? He said, yeah. He said, I told them that he shot multiple times and that she fell out the car and was bleeding and crawling and stumbling. They said, you thought that you saw a female shooting inside the car. Ain't that what you said? He said, yes. He said, but my son was with me, and I was worried about my son. He was the one who ended up finding the last cartridge case. And he said, but I never saw a gun. So if you never saw a fucking gun, nigga, how the fuck you saw Tory shooting a gun 5 times? Mm-hmm. What the fuck are you talking about? Please Please, let this man go home because this is botched. He said, didn't you say, I see what appears to be the girl shooting into the car. Yes. Quote, he was shooting and she was just kicking and she crawled across the street into a ball. They said, what did Tory say as he fired the gun? This man said it was a torrent of abuse. They were saying, motherfucker this, motherfucker that. He said, but it was all of them. He said, but Tory was going crazy and he was agitated. Here go, Ken Barbie. He was going crazy. Child, he said, yeah, he was going crazy. That fit his narrative. And then they were done and they wanted a redirect. Okay. Mr. Kelly, they said you spoke with my guy on January 5th, 2021, right? And you talked to the prosecution's people in September 2021. He said, yeah. And you agreed that you spoke to police and said that my client was in the car when shots were initially fired. He said, yes. And when you saw that muzzle flash closer to Kelsey, my client was in the car. He said, yes. I'm using my client loosely, just so y'all know, but referencing Tory. They said, didn't you say that when he got out the car that he tried to get the gun from the other girl? He said, yes, that's what I said. He said, when you first heard the gun and saw the muzzle flash, that was near the woman, correct? He said, yes. He said, you said you never saw a gun, right? He said, yeah, he had something, but I just saw him like waving his hands around. And he said it was just all this fighting and yelling and the girls was fighting and he just got out cussing. They said, who did you see fire the first shot? The witness said, the girl.
Yes.
Let them hoes tell you what the fuck they want to tell you. That's what that man said. He said he initially, what? It's 3 people sitting right here. They talking about that's not what was said. You's a motherfucking lie.
What? I'm sorry.
No, you fine. No, I'm putting somebody that just got blocked. But I'm telling you exactly what was said, but you knew that already. So if you feel like you identify more with them, go over there, because I'm gonna tell you what I saw and what I wrote down. But and I want y'all to hear from other people as well, so y'all can get into what they heard. But if have I been wrong yet, you guys?
No.
Okay.
You got the same notes.
Okay. So then they do a recross. They said, this prosecution now, was your interview recorded when we did it? He said, I don't know. They said, did he tell you the interview was recorded? He said, absolutely not. Mm-hmm. They said, would that be important to you? He said, yeah, I would want to know that I was, being recorded. They said, did you say that Tory was outside of the vehicle when the shit went down? He said, yeah. He said, did you say that all of them were out of the vehicle when the shots was fired? He said, yeah. So don't they contradict his last statement where he said that Tory was in the car? That's why I'm not fooling with this. They said, when was the first time that you said it was a girl? He said, in the beginning. He said, on the 911 call, did you mention a girl? He said, no. Listen, when you spoke to Officer Diaz, did you mention a girl? He said, no. But at the time, I didn't realize I was being recorded. What significance does that bear? And for me, they were trying to establish that he didn't mention a girl until he met with the defense. So they're trying to paint a picture that you basically changed your story because you went over here to do this and talk to them. Now, they went to the bench and they said that we could go to lunch. And that is what happened, okay? So, yeah, I'm going to pass my phone, and I'm going to let them tell you how they feel about this and what they saw, okay? Okay, that's what's happening.
All right. Okay. So, hey, y'all, my name is Jasmine Jameson. I am also covering this case, and when I tell you this is what we are hearing is definitely...
All right. Hey, you black queen. I kind of have an opinion, and I'm shooting from the hip. Marzel, thank you for the donation. Thank you, Playful Anxiety, for another round of subs. Let me tell you what I'm thinking. And again, my aim is to be unbiased. I know y'all might think, oh, yeah, I am cool with Tory. I don't know Meg. Really got no feelings about her. I've seen Meg lie about a few things, but don't mean I hate her. From the story that the witness is given, the witness ain't even making Tory look that good. Right? Because it's still making Tory look like he abused somebody that night. Right? But did he pull the trigger to shoot possibly in the direction of Meg? No. At worst, this is a story. At worst. Kelsey and Meg starting to fight. This is where his story kind of like lacks a little bit of credence, because if Meg was really winning the fight, why the hell would Kelsey go for the gun? Nobody's beating a nigga's ass and be like, all right, now let me go for the gun to handle it. It's usually the person losing that goes for the gun. Anyway, they're fighting in the streets. It looked like, Tory probably didn't even get out at that point. But Shorty kind of walks back to the car after they were fighting for a little bit, and she gets the gun. Tory kind of hops out, and I believe either a struggle ensued right then, right? And that's when you hear the first 3 shots that probably hit the ground or hit somewhere. The guy who's watching it, he's seeing the girl. Remember, everything's dark, and that's why I'm going to forgive him sometimes when he say you don't see a gun. This is 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Niggas is wearing all black. Everything is dark. I can show you the street where it went down at. The street is right here. The street is right here. Look. Don't shout out doxing and all that shit. Like, bro, come on. This is all over the place, right? So it's this. This is where it's at. It's a narrow-ass street. Essentially, they see the car kind of pulled over. It's either pulled over here or like here. So it's kind of like halfway on the you know, they're not blocking traffic, taking up a whole lane, but so they're half off, half on. They're probably fighting over here or fighting over here. Not doxing this nigga, but at the end of the day, I think this is a house. I think this is a house. I believe this is a house right here, and this is where the nigga could probably see it. So there's a balcony right here that he could see the shit. So the nigga looking from right here, right? Apparently the car is kind of like over here in a sense. Yeah, like kind of right here. And then eventually, either right here or it might be on the other side. I would have to go back to the police report. Meg eventually crawls into a driveway. I'm not sure if this is a driveway. Anyway, the whole point is that this is and by the way, as this trial concludes, and I'm open to be wrong, but I'm gonna start making an opinion, and I'm going to come to my opinion on my own based on what I'm hearing from court. I think Kelsey tried to shoot Meg. Tory and her struggle for the gun. Those are the first 3 shots. One of those 3 shots ended up hitting Meg. Hit Meg by a ricochet, and it hit Meg, okay? When Tory took the gun, because you'll hear this witness also say they're still getting into it. They're still getting into it after the gunshots a bit. That's when you hear 2 more shots. Remember, there's a pause. Remember, it's 5 shots. 3 shots, then they're still getting into it. If you shot a chick, you're not about to just go over there and still try to fight her. You shot her already. And unless somebody wrestles the gun away from you, why would you shoot a chick and then throw the gun down and then go over there to beat her ass? Unless somebody fucking pushes you off, grabs the gun or something like that. I am now in this belief that possibly Tory then takes his gun. Because by the way, he does say he sees Tory shoot. And I don't know if she says it, but he says he sees Tory shoot in the air. He never say you see Tory shoot at the ground. And there's no way you shoot in the air and you hit somebody on the ground. It don't work like that. Okay? I think the next 2 shots, because the girl tried to shoot Meg, Tory wrestles the gun away. 3 shots go off. One of them kind of hit Meg. She's going over there to go beat Meg's ass, right? Tory takes the gun, and Tory shoots twice in the air to get these bitches to stop. That's what I think. He shoots twice in the air. Bap, bap. Remember, Kelsey's already going over there. Meg is hobbling now because she kind of got hit a little bit, but, you know, it don't look like she just immediately fell to the ground, but whatever. She's hobbling over to the side. When she's hobbling over to the side, right, the driver hops out, and basically they're trying to disarm and also stop the fight. They probably snatch these girls up. It probably does look violent. They're probably all screaming. They fucking, again, the witness does say they see all 3 of them beating Meg. I think they were probably trying to hit Kelsey because Kelsey's trying to beat Meg while Meg has already got shot. Remember, like, I don't care. Even though this guy is saying that Meg was losing the fight, nigga, come on now. Do you really think Meg was losing that fucking fight, my nigga? Have you ever been losing a fight and the nigga who's beating you up say, all right, man, my fist ain't enough. Let me go grab the Glock. So I think that's a little bit suspect, but I think that's a good theory. Both of them fired the gun. And you know why I'm going to say that's a decent theory? Because Tory, even though some of y'all would be like, he's a snitch if he ever said, nah, bro, like, how y'all saying I shot anybody? Nigga, I stopped her from shooting you. But maybe Tory did discharge a gun that night, and he shot up in the air to stop the fight, and he struggled with her to make sure she ain't shoot Meg. So that's why Kelsey it's in Kelsey's best interest to not really tell on Tory. So maybe it's not money. It's just in Kelsey's best interest to not tell on Tory Because if she blames the whole thing on Tory, knowing that in reality she was trying to shoot Meg, and then Tory did fire the gun, but he fired it up in the air, I don't know. All right? Let's go to lawyers for workers real quick. You know, we got a lot of stuff we probably got to get to. Yo, I got to get to this YSL shit. This shit is hilarious.